Thanks for joining us at noon, everyone. I'm Matthew Foltz. We begin with new information from Metro Police. IMPD is investigating after 4 people were found on or shot on the near north side. It happened just a few blocks away from the Children's Museum. Investigators tell 13 News they're now looking at multiple scenes in the area spanning from 38th and Boulevard Place to 32nd and Capitol. Just a few hours ago, we learned that a woman was shot, and moments later, a man approached officers who was also shot on Capitol near 30th Street. Now, during the investigation, a car came by the scene with another man and woman who were also shot. Metro Police tell 13 News those victims were shot on Boulevard Place near 38th Street. Right now, IMPD says they're still working to find out if these two scenes are connected. We do know that all 4 of the victims are expected to be okay. We're still reaching out to IMPD about a possible suspect or motive. Of course, we'll pass along any new information as soon as we get it. Well, right now, Metro Police are also investigating several street takeovers happening across the city. IMPD says streets were set on fire and masked men tried to attack officers. Now they're issuing a warning. Metro Police say officers were confronted with violent crowds this weekend, someone even firing shots in the air as near officers at the scene, and a lot of this was all caught on camera. Metro Police say over the weekend they tried to break up 5 different street takeovers in just 48 hours right here in the city. Surveillance video from Emerson and English Avenue shows a large group pouring gasoline and oil on the road before setting it on fire. Minutes before, cars could be seen doing donuts as well as spinning. When Metro Police officers and Indiana State Police troopers arrived on the scene, they say suspects threw baseball bats, cans of lighter fluid, and even fireworks at patrol cars. Now, thankfully, no officers were hurt, but multiple cruisers were damaged.
It's difficult. There's some personal accountability and personal responsibility here. Don't do it. That's the key. Is that this is not illegal behavior. You don't get to do this type of behavior. You can't do it. So don't.
Now, right now, Metro Police tell us at least 7 people are under arrest so far. Well, just a few hours ago, the man charged in the killing of a convention center worker was in court. Brian Fulton pleaded not guilty. He's charged with the murder and death of Alan Gosnell. Fulton allegedly told police he attacked the victim last Wednesday because he worked for the CIA and was neutralizing a terrorist threat. Now, employees at the convention center helped police catch him. Fulton's next court appearance is scheduled for November 19th. Well, right now we're working to see when the suspect allegedly involved in the deadly police chase will be in court. Brian Goodman is in police custody right now for leading Plainfield police on a chase at the end of last month that ended deadly. It started when police found him outside of a Plainfield restaurant, allegedly impaired, sitting inside a car. Police chased after him after he drove away. Now, during the chase, a Plainfield officer hit an uninvolved car, killing the 2 people inside. Barbara Williams and Benny Williams both died. Well, terrifying moments this afternoon for an Indianapolis man hit by a car while riding his bike. He caught the hit and run camera all on his camera, and now he's pleading for the driver to turn themselves in. It happened near Brookside Park on the southeast side, and we want to show you what that video looked like. If you take a look at your screen, you can see Jacob Morales headed down Brookside Parkway when the gold Chevy makes a left turn right in front of him. Now, he reacted instinctively, giving up his body, and hits that windshield right there. Then he jumps off the car and lands on his feet miraculously. Now, that windshield of the car is shattered, and that's the part that leaves Morales in shock. He says even with the shattered window, the driver of that gold Chevy never stopped or even slowed down to see if he was okay.
This person just did this to me, did not care at all to look where they were going, and it could have killed me.
Well, thankfully it did not. Now, biker and pedestrian safety is something we've covered extensively here on 13 News. Just last month, the Indy Pedestrian Safety Crisis reported more than 100 pedestrians hit by cars here in Indianapolis. That's just last month alone. We do know 7 of those people died. Well, right now, the Uber driver accused in the killing of Chanty Dixon is facing several charges. Prosecutors believe Francisco Valadez raped and murdered Dixon before leaving her body on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Last week, police found her in a wooded area after her family reported her missing. Uber says Valadez has since been banned from the platform, and right now he's being held without bond and is expected to be back in court in November. Well, right now, campus police at IU are now investigating a fourth reported sexual assault this month. Students got the latest alert by phone last Friday night, a reported rape at the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity house. The suspect is said to be a fraternity member. Investigators say after that alert went out, a second person came forward about the same suspect. Leaders at IU now tell us that the person is now banned from campus and investigators are working on a warrant for his arrest.
We know it takes a lot of courage for our victims to come forward and report these crimes, and so we want to be very clear with them that they are in complete control when they come to us. We are simply a resource for them.
Now, police are also looking into 2 sexual assault reports from the university's residence halls. Well, right now, a Perry Township family is urging the high school to upgrade its anti-bullying policies. Those concerns come after an attack last Thursday on their son in the school. We're blurring these pictures, but this shows some of the injuries on the student. The family's attorney tells us that the student endured bullying right before the attack. The district says a school resource officer and the other school personnel stepped in. Attorneys argue students witnessed the attack and took their phones out and recorded the incident.
The violent atmosphere that's going on there is completely unacceptable, and this is a result of what happens when you allow that to continue, and it's got to stop.
The attorneys and families say this attack would not have happened if there were stricter anti-bullying policies in place. Now they want the district to change it and increase supervision in all areas of the schools. Lindsay.
All right, we're talking about some added counties to the burn ban list here in Indiana. And as of today, Madison County now on the list, as well as Park County, and Washington has been added to several counties that are under these burn bans because of the ongoing dry situation and the fact that we just don't have any rain in the near area, and that will lead to the potential of some rapid spreading fires. So postpone burning, especially until we can get any little bit of moisture in. At this point, we've been watching what we thought could potentially be at least a small chance of rain, but so far that has not been the case. These are the remnants of that tropical system came in off of the coast of North Carolina yesterday, bringing a very stray shower as far west as the Cincinnati area and a few clouds across extreme southeast Indiana. But this is interacting with a very dry air mass in place all across the Ohio River Valley and into the lower Great Lakes. We have a dew point of just 48 degrees right now. The air temperature is up into the low 80s. So that just goes to show you the farther apart the air temp from the dew point, that just means the air is that much drier. 85 currently, heating up quickly down in Columbus. It's 84. We are all back into the mid to upper 80s for highs. Clear skies this afternoon. We'll talk about, again, the potential we could see some stray showers in that 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then, Lindsay. Well, today a 10-year-old Central Indiana boy is being recognized for helping a toddler. The Barkersville Fire Department shared these pictures on social media of Owen Arkins being recognized for his bravery. He jumped into the deep end of a pool to save a toddler who was having a snack and took off his floaties. Arkins was able to get the 2-year-old safely to the other side of the pool. Man, that's awesome. Way to go. Well, the Hamilton East Public Library is hosting a bike rodeo in about 2 weeks to help kids learn how to safely ride on trails and sidewalks. It will be for children between the ages of 7 and 10 years old on Saturday, September 28th. It goes from 10 a.m. to noon at the Fisher's Library location near the Nickel Plate Trail. Kids will need to bring their own bike. Free helmets and fittings will be provided. Well, 1209, a sports collection growing over 7 decades, now has a new home at IU Bloomington. We first told you about the Miley collection last week. It belongs to an Evansville man named John Miley. Until now, he kept 44,000 pieces of audio and video documenting sports moments back to the 1930s, all in his garage. And guess what? He even cataloged it all on his home computer. Well, he's since donated his life's work yesterday to the Sports Journalism Center at IU Media School. IU says they plan to digitize the entire Miley collection over the next few years. Well, right now, Jane's Addiction says they're canceling its tours, including a stop right here in Indy after an on-stage fight. Lead singer Perry Farrell and guitarist Dave Navarro got into it last Friday at a concert in Boston. You see right here, the video shows Farrell lunging at Navarro during the show. Now in a statement, band members say they've had to make the difficult decision to take some time away as a group. They were scheduled to perform September 26th at Everrise Amphitheater at White River State Park.